controversy, opinion, point of view. This is Prime News.
Good evening, I'm Penny Politan. Welcome to Prime News. My goodness, what can this family be thinking tonight? This beautiful missing Orlando mom. No trace of what has happened to her. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, police have announced that they have a suspect in the disappearance of Michelle Parker. It is my biggest story of the day.
As you all know, 11 days ago, Michelle Parker was reported missing. The Orlando Police Department immediately involved other law enforcement agencies, media, and the public to assist us in locating Ms. Parker. After numerous tips and investigative leads, we are officially naming Dale Smith, the ex-fiance, as the primary suspect in the disappearance of Michelle Parker. Many questions will be asked why Dale Smith wasn't considered a suspect prior to today, and the answer is we had to look at every aspect in the case before we could come out publicly and state that Mr. Smith is our primary focus. Right now, Michelle Parker is still out there missing. We still need the public's help in trying to find her. We will not rest until Michelle is found.
So there you have it, folks. It's official. Dale Smith, the former fiance of missing mom Michelle Parker, is the prime suspect of investigators down in Orlando. And joining us tonight from Orlando, staff writer for People magazine, Steve Helling. Also with us, former police detective Steve Kardian joins us as well. Let me begin with you, Steve Kardian, the significance of this, the timing and everything else that goes along with naming a primary suspect in the case. How significant is this tonight?
Well, Vinny, I think that he's been their prime suspect from the beginning. They had to do their job. They had to eliminate others. But when we look at cases like this, we see that 2/3 of the women killed in the United States are killed by their significant others or their husbands. So he was a suspect right away. The robbery wasn't the motive. We saw that the pocketbook was still there. Stickers were taken off the car. That's personal. So they did a good job. They kept it close to the vest, and now they've made the announcement today. So good job for them. Joining
us tonight is Dustin Erickson, Michelle Parker's brother, joins us by phone. Dustin, thanks so much for joining us. I know this is an absolutely excruciating time for you and your family, but I need to get your reaction to the announcement by police that Dale Smith is, in fact, a suspect, the prime suspect tonight.
Right. Well, he has pretty much been our only suspect the whole time. But the biggest thing I could not stress enough is that although we do have a suspect, is that our main focus is to find my sister, of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then we're going to keep her picture up there so folks know what she looks like if anyone has spotted her anywhere. Steve Kardian, I wanted to ask you, with this development tonight, and this guy is a suspect, has been from the beginning, I've got to think the Hummer, the car that was recovered, you have to be able to get some sort of evidence from there.
Well, Vinny, they did take some DNA evidence out of there. They're examining it. It likely won't be available for a week or so. But we don't know. We don't know if he has been in that car previously. If he has, that might have ruined it. We don't know that that's the primary or secondary crime scene. So there's a lot that we don't know about that car, where she was taken and where she ended up.
I want you to take a look at the prime suspect now. He appeared with Michelle Parker on the People's Court. It aired the day that she disappeared. Take a listen here to Judge Marilyn Milan from the People's Court giving her ruling.
I was talking to a friend and I was like, well, maybe I should just move out. You know, this isn't going to work. We keep doing this.
Clearly not going to work.
We're in and out.
It's clearly not going to work.
Yeah,
clearly not going to work.
So
this is, and by the way, this is not for the sake of the kids. This is because you're like drugs to each other. You're addicted to each other. But this is a very, very bad idea because it is not good for children to grow up in this kind of conflict.
Absolutely not.
It is very, very bad for them. It is so much better for them if each of you move on and have a sane, mature, adult relationship with another human being than it is for you two to continue to do this.
Steve Kardian, this is the difficult part of this, and I almost hesitate to talk about this, but he's a suspect. It's a missing persons case. He's a suspect of what at this point, do you think, Steve?
Well, we know that she was kidnapped. We know that she's missing. We know that that 72-hour rule for law enforcement, it becomes more and more critical because it's less likely that she's going to be found in a state that we would be happy with. So he is the prime suspect, and it's inconceivable what he may have done to her.
Dustin Erickson, Michelle Parker's brother, still with us on the phone tonight. Dustin, from your perspective, the announcement today that there's an official suspect, and obviously you had information before any of us did about this. What are your thoughts tonight about Dale Smith?
Well, you know, I pray that if he does know anything, that he does the right thing. As far as if he does have any information, to please just cooperate with the authorities. And one of my biggest things is, I know this is the latest breaking news, but I still don't want anyone to direct their attention directly at him, because like I've said from day one, is that the police do have him covered, and my biggest thing is I still need to search for my sister.
Absolutely, and again, we've got her pictures up there for folks to see throughout our program here as we cover this story, Dustin. Just running out of time here, I don't want to cut you off, but our thoughts and prayers are with your family tonight.